Hello and welcome to Module 4, Chapter 3.2. In this presentation, we will focus on the key supervision skills that PLA-MNH group supervisors need. This presentation is split into 5 sections. First, we will consider the responsibilities, knowledge, and skills that PLA-MNH group supervisors need to supervise the PLA-MNH groups. Second, we will present the supportive supervision approach to supervision. Following on from that, we will explore the skills needed to provide PLA-MNH group facilitators with supportive supervision. Then we will cover what to do next after reviewing this presentation. And finally, we will also give you guidance on how to get answers to any questions you might have. Let us turn our attention first to the PLA-MNH group supervisor responsibilities, knowledge, and skills we will be focusing on in Chapter 3.2. As presented previously, PLA-MNH group supervisors are critical and central to the success of the PLA-MNH group approach. In Chapter 3, we are concerned specifically with building capacities in relation to the first responsibility, supervising PLA-MNH groups. There are 4 knowledge and skill areas that are critical for PLA-MNH group supervisors to deliver this responsibility effectively. Those are MNH knowledge, facilitation skills, knowledge of the PLA-MNH group action cycle. Those first 3 areas have already been covered in detail in Module 3. Please refer to Chapter 4 of that module. And the final 4th area is supervision knowledge and skills. In Chapter 3.2, we will specifically explore supervision skills. Before exploring the specific skills needed, let's look at the type of supervision that is used in PLA-MNH programs, known as supportive supervision. Supportive supervision involves direct, personal, supervisory contact on a regular basis to guide, support, and assist PLA-MNH groups facilitators to become more competent and satisfied in their work, to enable them to perform to the best of their ability. So, supportive supervision is 2 things. First, it is about building relationships that foster support and encouragement. And second, it is about performance. To do both of these things, supervisors need to wear 3 hats. First, they need to be best friends with the PLA-MNH group facilitators. Making sure that PLA-MNH group facilitators feel that their needs and difficulties are understood will ensure they trust their supervisors and ask for help when they need it. We all need encouragement to feel motivated to work, after all. Second, supervisors are teachers. Building the skills and mentoring on improved techniques is one of the key purposes of supportive supervision. It is a chance to observe and identify the knowledge gaps from the training and work towards improvements that will make their work easier and more effective. Finally, supervisors are police officers. The compliance element of supervision ensures that a person is carrying out the task to the best of her or his ability. This serves to discourage low performance, which is important to make sure the program is successful. It is important to note that the best friend and police officer roles of supervisor represent 2 extremes of supervision. The role of PLA-MNH group supervisors will actually probably somewhere in the middle. They will be friends and supporters of the PLA-MNH group facilitators, listening to their work-related concerns, helping to find solutions, assisting them with parts of their work that they may not understand, and paying attention to their well-being. They will also sometimes need to show some characteristics of a police officer to verify that the PLA-MNH group facilitators are doing their work and to confront issues of poor quality work if necessary. In summary, a good supervisor should ensure that PLA-MNH group facilitators feel supported and gain knowledge and skills, whilst also ensuring that protocols and quality standards are met. Now, understanding that supervision will take a supportive supervision approach with the PLA-MNH group facilitators, let's explore the skills needed to take this approach. There are three skill areas in which PLA-MNH group supervisors need to feel confident. Those are leadership skills, communication skills, and feedback skills. Let's look first at leadership skills. To be a good leader, a PLA-MNH group supervisor needs to perform effectively in the following areas. Identify problems early and be a resource to help solve problems the facilitators may be having. Be concerned about the facilitator and look out for their welfare. Be a role model. Be confident about making decisions. Inspire and guide others towards accomplishing goals. Know and be able to use facilitators' strengths. Grow and develop the facilitators. Mentor and coach the facilitators for good performance. Allow facilitators to manage their own time and workloads. Now let's look at the communication skills that PLA-MNH group supervisors need. A good PLA-MNH group supervisor will demonstrate the following communication behavior. They will create a welcoming environment for the free flow of two-way communication. They will demonstrate an accessible, approachable personality. They will listen actively, show interest in what others have to say, offer praise when appropriate. In addition to these skills, the PLA-MNH group supervisor should conduct observation visits and coordinate peer learning sessions to ensure that there is regular communication happening. They should also maintain regular contact with facilitators. Let's take an opportunity to explore active listening in a little more depth, as this is less familiar than the other communication behaviors presented. People feel respected when they feel they are being listened to. There are many ways that a person can communicate that he or she is listening. We can show that we are listening even without saying anything by using body language. For example, sit opposite the person you are listening to. Lean slightly towards the person to demonstrate interest. Maintain eye contact as appropriate without staring at them. Look relaxed and open. Show you are at ease with the person. Arms should not be crossed. Do not rush or act as if you're in a hurry. Use gestures such as nodding and smiling or saying or ah. Another aspect of active listening is being able to demonstrate that we have understood. When they have finished speaking, we could restate the key points or ask for any clarifications. There are also some behaviors and responses that block good communication and active listening. Some examples include interrupting before someone finishes speaking, expressing indifference or doing something else whilst the person is talking, jumping in to tell someone what to do or lecturing before you have got to the bottom of the issue, moralizing and criticizing without understanding the circumstances. Finally, let's look at the last supportive supervision skill area that PLA-MNH group supervisors need: feedback skills. The key here is for the supervisors to use the feedback process to motivate the PLA-MNH group facilitators. To motivate PLA-MNH group facilitators, supervisors should recognize things that have gone well, identify positive deviation and innovation or going the extra mile efforts by the facilitators. Ask the facilitator's opinion on what's going well, what's going poorly. Give the facilitators a chance to correct errors or propose solutions. Be respectful of the facilitator's views. Supervisors should avoid demotivating facilitators by avoiding focusing on the negative areas, lacking recognition of the facilitator's efforts, providing too much negative feedback, or recommending too many things to change. Nitpicking, that is, putting an emphasis on areas which are less important or seem trivial. Motivating PLA-MNH group facilitators requires tact, sincerity, and good supervisory skills to be effective. To do this, supervisors should be specific. Providing specific examples helps the PLA-MNH group facilitator understand exactly what the issue is. You can then agree on details and work out solutions. Don't say, "Your performance is below what I expect," which sounds quite vague. Say instead, "Your monthly report is not complete," which is very specific. Don't say, "Good," say instead, "The way you helped that pregnant woman with her referral was very good." Do not criticize the person, criticize only the person's behavior. Don't try to guess why a person did something, and do not criticize the person. Concentrate on the action and criticize the behavior only. Remember, you are not trying to change who the person is, you are simply trying to improve the way the person carries out the work. So don't say, "You are not taking things seriously enough." Say instead, "You have not been active for the last 3 weeks and you did not inform us of your problems. Can you share the facts of the situations with me, please?" Be immediate. Feedback must be well timed. It should be given as soon as the event as possible. Don't save it for later, but also don't give feedback if you are angry or upset. Wait until you have cooled off and can be calm and objective about the issue. Start on a positive note. When you have to give negative feedback to someone, begin by showing respect for the other person. Tell people what they did well in addition to what they did not do so well. Start with something positive. This is less likely to cause resentment and defensiveness. Avoid giving negative feedback in public. Announce good feedback more widely, but check with the person first. They may prefer to keep it to themselves. Avoid unnecessary emotion. Don't lose your cool. Overreacting will produce defensiveness. Talk when you are calm and objective. Avoid giving too much feedback at any one time. When you give feedback, focus on one or two behaviors or issues, not a whole collection of them. Be sure you don't save up all the things you want to say and then dump it all on the facilitator. Feedback should be focused and given frequently rather than overwhelming. And finally, avoid threats. If the behavior merits discipline, take it promptly, but do not threaten anyone. Don't say, "Your behavior has been unacceptable. Remember, I can influence your payments." Say rather, "The way you handle this issue is not acceptable for the following reasons," and list out the following reasons. I am now going to implement the disciplinary procedures. And that's it for this chapter. But what should you do now that you have reviewed the presentation? First, we recommend that you update the Module 4 Progress Tracker. Second, we encourage you to do exercise 3.2.1 and exercise 3.2.2 to reinforce your learning. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us by email or phone. One of the team will be happy to help. You can see our contact details on the screen now. Thanks for participating.